Hello and welcome back to Good Game Nation, where we bring you everything TCG. My name is Preston. I'm here with Sam. Say hello.
Hello, YouTube. It
Oh
is
my
me.
goodness,
I'm
made
back.
me wait for it.
And we are here covering set two again. Yes, you know by the title, we're covering purple this time. Purple was a color last set that had and still has a lot of hype. So this is the continuation. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Set two was had the impel down mechanic. Impelment down seems like a minus dawn mechanic, which I think is a good idea considering ramp is a volatile mechanic, and definitely couldn't continue. So they are branching away, and we're choosing minus dawn. Preston, how did you feel about impel down?
I don't know what they're doing with purple. I think that's the easiest way to put it is I think they split the set two stuff way too thin.
Yeah.
So you added stuff to archetypes that weren't playable already with Smile. You didn't add enough to the new archetype that you're trying to promote, and set two is weird. You're going to end up probably using event cards from set two in your set one Kaido decks.
Yeah.
Maybe splashing a few characters here or there that will have good impact. But other than that, it just feels weird. We were talking off camera, like, is this a game design thing? Are we setting up for the whole first year of One Piece TCG and this is just a slot of purple? Or is it just bad game design for set two purple? I don't know.
Whew, it's very tough. Preston was very nice. I'm be honest. This Impel Down stuff is pretty bad. There's nothing really good about any of these cards except Hell's Judgment. Hell's Judgment is a very good extra card. Say what you want about purple, but I like this card. I like Mangellin as well. I think if these effects are very, very nasty, I think it makes them very hard to remove. So keep that guy in mind. But he's right. You know, we only have so many cards per set, and if we just compare it to blue, I'm gonna link that right here. Blue used its 17 character slots very effectively to have, I would say, a competent mechanic. You know, they had early game, the mid game was kind of questionable. Then they had late mid game, and then late game with Luffy and Avank. Mangellin should have been the 7 or 8 drop with maybe Shiru going up. Maybe he should have been the 6-7 drop. I don't know. Um, but the mechanic is just left wanting. It doesn't really do anything like Sadie puts Jailer Beasts from your hand, but the Jailer Beasts are cool, but they don't win you the game by any means. So I don't know what it's supposed to do. Um, yeah, it's just got left wanting.
Absolutely. Yeah, I feel like it's an overcorrection for purple being very strong in set one,
Maybe.
but that doesn't really make sense to do. If you're going to do that, then support Wano with some lackluster cards or something,
Yeah, I would have
or
been
the
okay.
Animal Pirates with lackluster is what I mean.
Yeah, I would have been okay with maybe just a little more Kaido bump. Like I would have, if that is what Purple was going to do, like that would have been okay. I think as long as we stopped doing ramp, I would have been okay with anything. But we got a half-hearted mechanic. Even at 4 on most of these cards that you would have to play, it's only at 40. Um, I don't see a real way to make this mechanic work. I'm not sure what the mechanic even is. It's just like a minus to your opponent's done, which is cool. I like the disruption, but that mechanic, that concept won't win you the game.
Yeah.
It's not enough minus if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can't wait until someone in Japan proves us wrong and
Oh,
makes
I'm
it
so
an
excited to
incredible deck.
cover Mangellin deck.
Yeah, because it just feels like it's not going to do well. It didn't get 100. Like I think there's 5 or 6 cards in this set that aren't impel down that could have made this deck like filled out the curve. You don't have a top end. You have a whatever bottom end. More Jailer Beast would have been cool because I think there was like four. I feel like there was four. Um,
I just read it too, and I honestly couldn't tell you. They were in like a total of maybe 10 chapters.
yeah, they're not
Um,
there, but
I think there's at least three.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
there are. We could have given no name. Maybe I don't know. I know there's not a ton of people guarding this place, so I could see the issue, but they needed to be spread out a little bit better. Like all of them being right here in the mid game doesn't give you a useful deck. Like if a player started in set 2 and wanted to play purple, they couldn't do it. and I think that is like an issue for me. Like if they did it for green or red or blue or every color, every other color, I think had a playable mechanic, and except this one. This one got left wanting. I will say Impel Down was a cool stage though. This is
Mhm.
a damn good stage. So I think if we get more of it, maybe it'll get better. It needs some top half for sure. Mangellin can't win you the game, unfortunately. Even though I
Right.
think he should have been, he easily could have been an 8-drop 10K, and none of us would have batted an eye. We'd have been like, yeah, that guy's a monster, and that's fine, I get it.
Hmm.
So maybe we'll get a promo. I don't know. But
We
we
need
will
some.
feature the other 8 or 9 cards or so. We saw a little bit of a split ideal. We saw some smile cards. So maybe we're trying to rebolster the smile mechanic. That's what Preston was alluding to earlier. Maybe they have a wider plan. Maybe we're going to see more smile mechanic stuff. However, how many smile characters can you name on your hand? It's got to be less than 5.
Oh, I don't know their names. I just know there's guy with giraffe neck but human body, guy with gorilla arm,
That guy go hard.
and human body, and that's all I can remember of characters that we don't have yet. The problem is there were so many Smile characters
Mm-hmm.
that don't matter. Like they're just flooding Onigashima during the raid, and they don't matter. But if you're gonna make a game mechanic off of it, give us more,
Yeah,
or give us something usable.
yeah, they could be no name characters, but they could still be usable cards. Like I like the getting the smile fruit, and then I like this guy. This guy's cool. You could play another smile guy that costs 3 or less. So we're swarming the board, but to what extent? Like, what is our purpose? Do we have a win con here? A lot of these guys are 3-drop 5Ks. Speeds from the first set 2-drop 3. Like they're not gonna win you the game. This isn't a suitable early game to maybe slide into a Kaido deck. I don't think it's that good. You're still better off playing blockers or ramp. So I don't see a reason to play the smile. Like, give us a reason to play. Like, give me a leader that pumps smiles. Give me something. I don't know. Half-hearted mechanic. I honestly kind of just want it to die. I thought it was going to die, the mechanic, but here we are, beating
Yeah.
life into it. But I want to end on a lighter note. The film stuff is pretty cool. We didn't get anything new for purple, but that green stuff here,
Yeah.
crazy. So keep an eye on the film stuff. I don't know if this Shanks will ever be a tier card, but the film stuff from the deck is amazing. And if there's ever a green purple leader,
Yeah.
Buena Vista gonna go nuts.
It would be incredible to get a green purple leader. You're running the green Nami from set two that searches film cards. You're running Buena Vista. You're getting all of your cards.
Your KO card is disgusting.
Your KO card is disgusting. You have great like swarming with the new green stuff.
Yeah.
It could be dope.
Early game, you have a mid game, you have a late game, you have access to great event cards. That seems like a deck that eventually was going to happen. I feel like we're eventually going to get a green purple leader. It's only a matter of time. There's only so many combinations. So
Right.
we'll eventually get it. Will it be dedicated to film? Probably not. But we're going to make it dedicated to film. There's no shot this deck doesn't exist one day.
Yeah, if it has any resemblance or any amount of synergy with the film stuff when it comes out, it's going to be ridiculous.
It's
Really
already got
good.
2 searchers.
Yeah, it's great.
How many decks have other than the law deck, I can't think of another deck that's had 2 searchers, so
And the law deck, you're throwing four archetypes together to make that happen. This would be all keyword film,
yeah.
which would be dope. It's a good thing to keep these cards in mind. Pick up the starter decks if you don't already have
Huh?
them. When they come out in the US, either end of 2022, early 2023, uh, pick them up because they're going to be helpful. We are already seeing Douglas Bullet and
I've seen Buena Vista. I see Uda all
Manifest-
the times. These are
yeah,
Lion's Threat. The event card is a card that I see splashed every once in a while. We saw Grand Torino, the guy that lets you draw 2 cards at the cost of 2 dons. I've seen him.
mhm,
So film cards are being splashed.
yeah,
It's not a full purple mechanic yet. Like I don't think there's enough to make the Shanks a high level
playable.
deck.
Yeah,
But if ever green purple, if ever, hopefully it's
something to look
Drake.
forward to.
Yeah, definitely wanted to end
That
on
would
a
be
on a
cool.
lighter note than all this depressing Impel Down stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. If you got this far, give us a like. Tell us what you think about Set 2 Purple. Are you looking forward to playing this stuff, or is it getting cut from the list immediately? If you like more to see more One Piece TCG content, give us a subscribe and hit that bell. And until next time, have a good one.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.